Welcome to Bizweek's interview segment. Today we'll be talking about the tourism industry and we'll narrow it down to the hotel industry and beach tourism. Talking to us will be the Vice Chairman of the Mombasa Coast Tourism Association, who is also the General Manager of the bizweek-whitesands, Mr. Mohammed Hersi. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Last year we saw growth in the tourism industry. What are some of the measures that you think that the Ministry of Tourism as well as the Kenya Tourism Board undertook so that to experience such a growth? We know they have been going around the world, focusing mostly on East Asia and East Europe. Do you think these are some of the measures that might have led to such a growth?
Okay, the 2007 was the best year when it comes to Kenya's tourism. But in 2008 and 9, it was mainly recovery after the problems we had in 2008. So a lot of money was spent to do marketing. And in this case, we had the government who came in strongly. Then we had the private sector also played a role. And then we had the Kenya Tourist Board, who did a lot of marketing, specifically in Europe. They brought in a lot of journalists from around the world. More so just after the signing of the peace agreement, I recall in February 28th, when we got over 250 journalists from all corners of the world. So that clearly helped us to reposition Kenya and to say that yes, Kenya is back in business. We managed to recover a little bit in the second half of 2009. But the full recovery, we got it in 2010, with the World Cup coming to Africa, with a lot of positives happening. When it comes to Kenya, we had the promulgation of the new constitution. There was a lot of vibe, in the air, a lot of positive, rather than, the negatives that we're used to. And Kenya's tourism at the coast has not fully recovered, let's also put it that way. We are, I think, now 90%. We should have been almost 100%. Nairobi, yes, we are told has fully recovered.
Beach tourism has been criticized as lacking innovation. Do you believe this theory is true? Or maybe you as Whitesands, what can you say, what products do you have that make yourself unique, that you can compete with other hotels maybe in Europe or Zanzibar?
I think it will be wrong to put all the hotels in one basket. There are hotels that probably have not done any renovations for so many years. Then there are hotels that keep on improving. Speaking for my own resort, every year we do something. We strongly believe in Kaizen, which is continuous improvement. Even looking just at my lobby, we've changed this lobby 3 times in the last 6 years. Our rooms, we're the only resort at this Kenya coast who can brag of having, white everything in the room. We are the only beach resort who have got a spa right on the beach. Many of them will have their spas, at the bathhouse or wherever but ours is right on the beachfront, where you're getting treatment on an open banda, while you can hear the waves and you can hear the palm trees. That is very natural. That's the closest you can come to nature.
The Arab world, with countries like Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, that normally have between 6 and 7 million visitors, which is one of Kenya's main competitors, has been in a turmoil for the past 2 weeks. Do you expect that this might reflect positively on the local industry? Or maybe are some of the effects, being that we're in the same continent, spill over to our country?
When something wrong takes place in a particular destination, it doesn't mean that people will stop going on holiday, because the destination they preferred is not at peace. Now, if you wanted a beach holiday, you can easily switch. If you're going to, let's say, to Mombasa and there's a problem in Mombasa, you can easily switch to Egypt. That's what happened in 2007, 2008. Likewise, if you're supposed to go to Sharm el-Sheikh or you're supposed to go to Hurghada in Egypt, then you can comfortably switch and come to Mombasa or go to Diani, or Watamu. So that is some of the effects we'll be looking at, because these are major destinations that have been affected. Tunisia, in a year, we're talking of 7 million tourists. 80% will be from Europe, because they're only 3.5 hours flight from some of the source destinations. Egypt, likewise, 10 million, 8 million tourists. So those are key players. And for them to have a problem, that means then we can be looking at people switching to come to Kenya. But again, Egypt is putting its acts together very fast. They are known to do that. And very soon they'll be back in business, and do not think that there was a problem in Egypt.
2011 has started on a good note. We know that bed capacity is over 90% as we speak, but do we expect this trend to continue? And secondly, 2012 is the year of general elections. Do we expect that this will have an effect on the gains that we have seen in the country in the past 1 year?
2011 has started very well. Is a very good year. Year on year compared to the previous years, we have had a very good year ourselves as Sarova, January and February. All the segments are performing. When you talk about group and tours, that's the international tour operators. Domestic, when you talk about conferencing, when you talk about the airline cruise, when you talk about, all of them are performing. And basically what that means is that we've spread our eggs in all baskets, and we are quite happy. Can we reduce the uncertainty in the political arena? There's too much politics playing in this country that if you're a first-time visitor to Kenya or you're an investor, even current investors, are holding back to see what will happen. And that is not good for investment. I think they need to sit down and sort their issues out quietly and let the businessmen do business. Because at the end of the day, remember, politics does not place food on our tables. Business does, and economy is key. And without good economy, even politics will not be there.
We have been talking to the Vice Chairman of the Mombasa Coast Tourism Association, Mr. Mohamed Hersi, who has given us an insight of what to expect from the crisis in the Arab world, as well as some of the innovative products that we have in the local industry. It was good to have you around, and we hope to see you later. After this is the story of the week. You can leave now.